Okay, class, in this lesson, I am going to show you how to solve a two-step equation with distributive property. So before I begin, let's first define what a two-step equation is. So simply, a two-step equation contains two operations. Okay, pretty straightforward. And you already know what a distributive property is. So the distributive property will be embedded into a particular equation. Okay, so let's go ahead and use an example to explain what I mean by all of this. So the first example is just a two-step equation. Okay, and it looks like this. 3a plus 9 is equal to 33. Okay. This is a two-step because we have to move the 9 over to the other side of the equation first, and then the second step will be to divide by 3 on both sides of the equation to solve for a. Okay, so here's what it looks like. To move 9 over to the other side, we have to subtract 9 from both sides. The result is 3a is equal to 33 minus 9, which is 24. Okay, so obviously I didn't write it out because you guys are accelerated students, and I want to teach you how to solve these equations without writing all of this extraneous numbers, because as you become more advanced in mathematics and you solve longer equations, adding all of these extra steps will only confuse the situation. Okay? All right, so the first step is to move the 9 over to the other side of the equation, from the left side to the right side. So we subtract 9 from both sides. Okay, so that's step number 1. I'm going to write that right here. Step 1. Okay. The second step, as I said earlier, is we've got to move the 3 to the other side of the equation, from the left side to the right side. Because 3 and a are a product, we have to divide both sides by 3 to eliminate the 3 on the left side and isolate a. Okay, so then the result becomes a is equal to, and 24 divided by 3 is 8. Okay, so this becomes step 2. So this is what is meant by a two-step equation. So now let's add in the other component, which is the distributive property. Okay, and we'll do this with another example. So let's suppose that we have 2 times x, the quantity x minus 2, equals 6. Okay. Actually, let's undo this. Let's add 2 and make that equal 6. Okay. So this is a two-step equation with distributive property, because the first thing we need to do is to distribute this 2 across this quantity. Okay, because we can't do anything with it until after we distribute. So if we were to distribute the 2 times x minus 2, okay, we're going to multiply 2 times x, and we're going to get 2x, and then 2 times negative 4, which is, 2 times negative 2, which becomes negative 4. Then we add the 2, and then the 6. Okay, we're going to combine the like terms here, the negative 4 and the 2, and this becomes 2x minus 2 is equal to 6. Okay, so now that takes care of the distributive property. We will now go into the two-step equation step. So the first step is to move the negative 2 over to this side of the equation, and what we get is 2x is equal to 8. Okay, because we have to add 2 to both sides to eliminate the negative 2 on the left side. And then on the right side, we add 2 to 6 and we get 8. Okay? So this is step 1. Okay. And then the last thing to do to isolate x on the left side is we have to divide both sides by 2, right? Because it's a product. Whenever there's a product, we have to divide to eliminate the coefficient, which is the 2. So you divide 2 on both sides and we get x is equal to 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay, that becomes our answer. And this step is step 2. Okay, so let's do one more problem and hopefully that will help you to further understand the two-step equation with distributive property. Okay, let's say we've got 3y, okay, plus 6 times y minus 12 is equal to 12. Okay, so first thing to do here is we're going to have to take care of this part of the equation and we have to distribute. So what we get is 3y is plus and then plus, and as we distribute we get 6y minus 72 is equal to 12. Okay, so now we've got to combine these like terms, 3y and 6y, and we're going to get 9y minus 72 is equal to 12. So now we go into this two-step process and we're going to move 72 over to the other side of the equation, and to do that we have to add 72 to both sides. So we get 9y is equal to 72 plus 12 is 84. Okay, then to isolate y we have to divide both sides by 9 and we get y is equal to 84 over 9. And this fraction can be reduced by taking out a factor of 3 and we get y is equal to 28 over 3. Okay, so that becomes our answer. And the two-step process is right here. 1, 2. Step 1, step 2. Okay, hopefully that made sense. As usual, if any of this did not make sense, please go back to the recording and review this again. Thank you.